Hello, 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 beloved souls. It's Twin Flame Tuesday. Can you believe it? We're in the middle of April already. We have a huge full moon coming up this Friday, the 16th, that is all about romance. So we have to dive in and see what this means for you guys. So thank you, angels and guides, for being here with me in the Twin Flame Collective. What do the twins need to know for this full moon? That's one. Oh, there we go. One, two, three. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, so we're still healing some codependent issues, right? Codependency. Addictions are affecting your love life. This can be physical addictions like drugs, alcohol, sex. This can be emotional addictions like holding on to painful relationships or exes that are just no longer people holding on to people in our lives that aren't serving our highest and greatest good, but holding on to them because we'd rather have something than be alone, right? So it's still this energy around here. So a lot of twins are being healed and activated at this time from these energies, right? We're releasing karmics out of our field where relocating, like ending relationships. A lot of things are shifting and being let go right now in order to take us to the highest and greatest level. So, in order for you to be in union and in alignment with your divine counterpart, you have to be good by yourself, right? This person is by themselves, right? You have to be really good with being alone in your own energies and loving on yourself enough to know when it's time to walk away from something or when it's time to stay and fight, but you won't know that until you're able to be one with yourself, right? To set some really strong boundaries, to stand in your truth, right? To use the energy of discernment. So many of you are healing this energy from the past months, few months of healing, but really since the new moon, right? This is really something that's coming hot and hard and heavy since that new moon in Aries and Chiron was conjunct, I think, with Mercury, right? We had to let go of things. We had to really tap in and see shit for what it was, right? So for many of you, you're releasing these things or you're on the way to, right? You've just released it or you're on your way to. Beautiful. And then we have calling in your soulmate. Yeah, because you're not going to get your soulmate if you're still holding on to the past, right? If you're still doing the same things that you were doing before. So once we're healing this and once we're learning about self-love and independence, then yes, we're in alignment with our divine counterpart, right? Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together, right? So doing the work, doing the internal work, being accountable, having an awareness of our shortcomings, seeing where that codependent energy lies, right? Can you live by yourself? Can you be alone for a minute? Um, are you good if you're sober, if you're used to drinking all the time, right? Like, what do you look like if you can't get the things that you say you quote unquote need every day? You know, I dated someone for a while whose whole demeanor depended on how much money they had in their pocket. And if they had money, everything was good. And if they didn't, they were fucking a tyrant to live with, right? So there's that energy of like, if love is what the basis of this relationship is, then when things are coming at us from other directions, they shouldn't be throwing us off, right? Because we're a unit. It's like things are coming at us, not at me, and thus I'm projecting it out onto you. So a lot of that healing work from the codependency is getting you into alignment with this, right? Someone who's accountable, someone who's aware, someone who's loving, someone who's doing their own work, someone who's doing their own healing, someone who's learned to love themselves enough to know that they can actually love another person in return. Beautiful. And separation, yeah. Time apart, time apart from your partners on the horizon. For some of you, you are in separation right now. Why? Because you're still healing the codependency issues, right? And some of you are in separation because you've had to like let go of a karmic, right? And you've taken your energies back. I know some of the clients that I've been working with as a sex coach, I tell them a lot. Like sometimes it's just a matter of taking your energies back for a while, right? Like not going out there and just banging because you can bang, right? Like you're a beautiful woman, you get dick anywhere. If you're a beautiful guy, you get pussy anywhere. You know how it goes back and forth, right? So it's a matter of, am I good by myself, right? Can I find the joy in these present moments by myself? Can I enjoy my own company, right? And the universe will sometimes come in with these really hard lessons and really hard triggers to separate you guys so that you can do that healing work. That healing work has to be done alone, right? A lot of it has to be done alone. I'm not going to say everything because once you realize that you found your person, right? And you guys know this is like a lifelong game. Yeah, you're going to be healing together. You'll be healing simultaneously while you're still in union, right? But for many of you, this separation that has occurred or is occurring is because you need to focus your energies on you, on your self love, on being accountable for yourself and what's going on in your own energetic field. Okay. So we have some people coming into union with this full moon energy, but for most of you, it's going to be a lot of healing. And again, this full moon, this pink moon, is about love. It's about romance, right? And so the primary person that you need to love in this world is yourself, first and foremost. So if you're shorting yourself, if you're not honoring yourself, if you're disregarding of yourself, if you're not setting strong boundaries for yourself, that shit's gonna come up big time for you to heal it once and for all, right? Get it done. Get it done. And if you try to force things, it's not going to work, right? It's like so many of us want to be in union. You want to force, 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 force. Why would you want to force being in a relationship with someone that's not ready to be in a relationship, right? Why do you want to be with someone who hasn't done the inner work? Then you're going to be, one of you is healed, one of you isn't, right? You're doing like an uphill battle, pulling dead weight, right? It's not worth it. Come back into your own energies, come back into yourself, love on yourself, and then watch the world change around you. Engagement. Yeah, baby. Because once you do all that work, right, that healing, that releasing, we're moving on to the next highest and greatest level, right? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So for some of you, this is, right, your soulmate came in, you did all the work, you've healed your codependency, you were in separation from your divine counterpart, right? And maybe now you guys are back into union. Or if you guys are already in union and you've been doing your healing, maybe you're taking to the next level, right? Maybe we're moving in together. Maybe we're getting engaged. Maybe we're getting married. Um, and for some of you, this engagement is part of the separation, right? Like you're dissolving um, that old relationship. So there will be some divorces, there will be some breakups, there will be some moves, but that's because those karmic lessons have been learned and it's time to move on, right? Because the universe isn't like setting people up for failure when there's like a karmic partner that comes in, but then you leave to go be with your divine counterpart. Like that's not how it works. It's they're there to teach you some really hard lessons that you couldn't learn from your twin. And you have karmics in your life for the same reason, and you're karmic to somebody else's energy, right? We like to act like we're all good, we're doing the inner work, and namaste. No, like we are the karmics, we are the fucking terrors, we are the bad guys in other people's stories as well on our way and on our road to healing and learning and growing, right? So there's going to be some relationships that are dissolving, and not all the relationships that are dissolving are about like intimacy, right? I'm talking about people losing friends, separating from their families, like job changes, like a whole bunch of things can fall apart while we're doing the healing, while we're doing the growth, because as you're moving and as you're evolving, as you're growing, you're realizing those things don't serve me anymore, or that's who I used to be. That's not who I am today, right? So all of those things shift. And that's shifting within your twin flame dynamic as well. And again, as you heal, your twin is healing, right? You guys may not be healing the same thing simultaneously, but you guys are both doing the work. And depending on where they're at on their journey and where you're at on your journey will depend on how it all plays out. I'm going to pull one more. And then we're going to pull some cards from Gaia. Because you know it's a full moon and she got something to say. I feel like this was trying to come out. And this did come out. Wow. I love this. Worth waiting for, kind of slittered it out there. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Yeah, you got to stop being impatient about this, right? It'll happen when it's meant to happen and not a moment sooner. And if you try to force it, it's not going to work. If you try to make it happen sooner, it's not going to work. You're going to end up in separation again or initially, right? If you try to force it, it's not going to work. I know trying to wake your twin up and trying to be like, see me, hear me, understand me, this is a twin flame dynamic. This is like a big thing. And they're looking at you like you're crazy. Like one of you is awake and the other one isn't. They're like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Right? Like I was just trying to get laid, chick. Like you're crazy. Right? So it's a matter of understanding like this is a long game. This is an eternal game. And sometimes it takes time. Don't push. Right? If you want to push anyone in a dynamic, push yourself to be the best version of yourself. As you heal, your twin is healing, right? You're giving each other that energy. Like, be the best version of yourself so that they have no choice but to come at you, correct? That's really it. Attraction, see? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Do the damn thing, right? Do the damn thing. Focus on yourself, heal yourself, love yourself. I love it because this is looks similar to this woman here, right? Like, yeah, we're by ourselves because we're like, we had to isolate, we had to learn to give shit up that wasn't serving us. And now that we've learned that, right? We've learned about inner peace, we've learned about love, we've learned to be in the present moment, we've learned to value ourselves, we learned to just have gratitude. Life is changing around us, right? Like, we're expanding, we're becoming the love that we've always been, and it's going to start magnifying that stuff right back to you, right? If you're not already in union, then this is the energy that's going to bring them in, right? You loving yourself, as odd as that may seem, is what attracts your soulmate to you or your twin flame. New love, bottom of the deck. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Yeah, for some of you, you're going to be meeting your twin for the first time if you haven't already. Or this could just be like you guys healing under this pink full moon, and it transforming the love within your dynamic to another level, right? Like taking you guys to a new level, seeing each other in new eyes, having a new perspective of things, having a new awareness and understanding of things, right? We've talking, communicating, and just like resonating at a whole new level, right? So for those of you that haven't already met your twin, that energy is coming in big time for you. So continue to do your inner work, continue to do the healing work so that you are what you're looking for, right? And for those of you who are in union, again, we had the engagement card earlier, right? So it's about taking yourselves to the next level, right? Like looking at these things with fresh eyes, stop holding on to the past. Letting bygones be bygones, really giving love a chance, right? And understanding that this is a long game and standing by each other and standing by your sides. I love this for you. And if you're a twin that's recently lost your went into separation, got divorced, that whole energy, because there was that side for those of you that are going into separation, that is a new love being gifted to you from the universe, right? Because you did the work, you did the healing, you're in separation, the shit's over, it was time for you to move on, and the universe is like, good, you got rid of the trash. Great, now we got space for new shit, right? It's like, yo, you want a whole new living room set with all that old furniture here? No, you're not getting nothing. You gotta clear out the old furniture first and make space for the new. And that's what you were doing. You made space for the new. Thank you, Gaia. Okay. Radiance. Yeah, this healing is going to bring new answers, new epiphanies, new perspectives. Like I said, like it's going to change the way that you look at things because of the healing that you've been doing, because of the inner work that you've been doing, because you decided to like stop making excuses. You decided to be present. You decided to be more open, right? Everything is going to change. And for those of you that aren't in union yet, but are calling in your soulmate between now and the summer solstice is going to be a big time for you, right? Big, big, big time for you. See? Yeah, you've been doing the healing work. A lot of healing, a lot of inner healing, right? Because this is ancient healing wisdom. This is inner work. The shaman energy is inner work. That's breath work. That's meditations. That's soul journeys, that's soul retrievals, that is like being accountable, affirmations, like all that shit, right? Like really doing the work, 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 work. And your ancestors are here supporting you, being like, yeah, we know, we see, right? And what is that bringing in? Blessings, right? Just like the new love card said, beautiful blessings. Um, just like a whole new feeling of love, a whole new understanding of love, almost I want to say like Hallmark Hollywoodish. You know what I mean? Like that's just how life is gonna feel because you've been doing the work, because that's what union brings to you. Ooh, and bottom of the deck, yes, passion. You guys gonna be turning it up, turning it up, turning it on. So I love that for you. So yeah, when we do the work, when we're doing the healing, when we are accountable for our actions, when we're letting go of the karmic situations, when we're getting rid of our own toxicity, when we're aware of what our toxicity is and we're having a freaking awareness of it, we're able to fucking move forward. And that's when the blessings come in. Blessings, new love. I just saw 1444. Like all this deliciousness is coming into your life. because you've been doing the work. So if you were trying to shortchange yourself at this time, I implore you to stop playing this game, because you got a whole lot of love and healing and blessings coming in for you if you should choose to walk with it. Stay where you're at, or you can move forward. We always have free will, right? Anyway, I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Later, guys.